So, lads, today, I didn't even realize that it was yesterday. We essentially, as good as got confirmation that, 2 days ago, that Stephanie White is, in fact, trying to turn the Indiana Fever into last year's Connecticut Sun. Last year's Connecticut Sun, who were one of the lowest scoring teams in the WNBA. Last year's Connecticut Sun, who have been described by me as puke ball. As puke ball. And everyone, Stephanie White, let it slip. She said she wanted to, let Caitlin be Caitlin. And it is very clear her offensive philosophy. It is very clear what Stephanie White is trying to do with this team. It's very clear. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. It is very, very clear what Stephanie White is trying to do with this team. And what she's trying to do with this team is she wants them to turn into she wants them to be old WNBA. She wants them to be old WNBA. And she wants the team to be what she had success with in Connecticut. She doesn't want this team playing fast. She wants them playing slow. Because let's take a listen to what she said about DeWanna Bonner.
And I'm talking about being happy personally. I want her to be happy personally. I mean, there's so many things that go into it. It's a different group. While system might still be very similar, it's a different group, and things are happening quickly. And
I cannot believe, I mean this when I say this, I cannot believe the Indiana Fever had what was the best offense in the WNBA post-Olympic break and hired the coach with the worst offense in the WNBA to bring the worst offensive system to the best offensive team. What are we doing? Again, you can't teach an old dog new tricks. Stephanie White is what she is. Amber Cox and Kelly Krauskopf, you frauds. You absolute frauds. You have scammed the fan base. You have not only scammed the fan base, you have potentially... You can't fire her either now. You can't fire her without Caitlin Clark getting the reputation as a coach killer. You cannot fire her without Caitlin Clark getting the reputation as a coach killer. You can't. So we're now stuck with vomit basketball for multiple years, and we're going to see increasingly declining WNBA ratings. I cannot believe this. I cannot believe this. I absolutely cannot believe this. It is nuts. It is absolutely nuts. And by the way, snake oil saleswoman here, because she said all the right things when she got hired for the job. Absolute snake oil saleswoman. That's the only thing I can say. Snake oil saleswoman. She joined a team with Caitlin Clark and said, that had success, and said, you know what? We want Caitlin. We don't want you to be, we don't want you to be you. We want you to play this slow down motion offense. Fire her now. Fire her now. And just like I said at one stage, Christy Sides was great because Christy Sides, they didn't respect Christy Sides. They didn't listen to her. This team will be better with no coach than with Stephanie White. This team will be better with no coach because let's be real. Even with Austin Kelly there and his inability to call timeouts, they still played Stephanie White's system. They would be better with no coach than with Stephanie White. And I don't care about the spreadsheet watchers saying this team plays faster. Just watch how they play. They have thrown, Caitlin Clark would throw, it used to literally be, Caitlin would get a rebound, there'd be a runner on the left, a runner on the right, and she would launch forward. Now it is, whoever gets the ball just goes, meep, meep, runs down and takes a dumb quick shot. There is a big difference. There is a huge difference. You cannot talk about a fast style of play on a spreadsheet using pace. And by the way, unpopular opinion, if you play bad transition defense, which they do play this year, they play terrible transition defense, your pace is going to look better. Your pace is going to look better. All you have to do is look at the damn points per game. And anyone saying this team plays faster with Caitlin this year than last year, you are spreadsheet watchers. You're not watching the game. You are not watching the game. And one of the big problems last year was, again, their pace stat Their pace was skewed if you watch last year's games because they didn't have a half-court offense last year. So when they didn't get a score on a fast break, they literally dribbled the air out of the ball for 10 seconds. They didn't have a half-court offense, so it was either quick layup or they would shoot the ball with 5 seconds to go on the shot clock. It was a bad half-court offense. But their half-court offense is no better this year. It is absolutely no better this year. While at the same time, their transition game is gone. It's gone. And the actual fast break points stat as well doesn't really count because if you inbound the ball super quickly and you sprint down the floor and get a layup before the other team gets back on defense, according to the WNBA, it's not a fast break. It has to basically be off a steal to be considered a fast break or like off a rebound. So any of those quick inbounds are considered fast breaks according to the WNBA. But like, how long until we just admit she's a fraud? Like, there's a reason why no one's rehired Christy Sides. There's a reason why no one's rehired Christy Sides. Like, it is a case where and by the way, her system's not getting the best out of Aaliyah Boston. The Caitlin Clark-Aaliyah Boston pick and roll is going away from her system. That is going away from it. Caitlin Clark and Aaliyah Boston look good when they just say, screw this. Screw this system, we're doing our own thing. And that is when they look good. Because I have to say, all around, this is just a bad situation. Like, the Fever fans got scammed. They got scammed. They hired a snake oil saleswoman as a coach. The GMs didn't scout overseas. They signed a bunch of players that don't fit. And like, the only player that you could say even has a chance of fitting with Caitlin Clark is Sophie Cunningham. It's not like Sophie Cunningham is this incredible fit either. It's not like Sophie Cunningham is this unbelievable fit with Caitlin Clark either. She's a fine bench player. She's a fine rotation player. And she's better than Natasha Howard, though. Like, all around, this is just a not good situation for the Fever. It's a situation that, that the Indiana Fever should not want to be in. And it's a situation that was very, very predictable. All the Fever had to do, all they had to do is sign an NBA coach like what Nate Tibbetts is, sign a modern basketball coach who did not play puke ball for the Connecticut Sun, sign a bunch of runners, find a bunch of runners, take Sanaya Rivers with the 8th pick in the draft, look overseas and literally look up 2 things. Can you run? Can you run? Are you aggressive? Can you shoot? If you tick those 3 boxes, we'll sign you. We'll sign you. Can you run? Are you aggressive? Can you shoot? And you can figure out the defense with aggressive runners. You can figure it out. Like, it's not like the Mercury of any good individual defenders, but they figured out the defense because they play aggressively and they have Alyssa Thomas. You need one defender, and Leah Boston can be your anchor for the defense. Like, if you gave Caitlin Clark, Nate Tibbetts, and that Mercury roster, if you swapped out Satu and Alyssa Thomas for Caitlin Clark and Leah Boston, that Mercury roster is the best team in the WNBA with that coach. Because they'd figure out a way. With the Caitlin Clark coach, they are now playing like the Connecticut Sun without the personnel to play out the Connecticut Sun. Alyssa Thomas is not walking through that door. Bree Jones is not walking through that door. This team is slow, small, and not aggressive outside of Caitlin Clark. And the pieces around them don't do anything. Don't benefit the team at all. Kelsey Mitchell's regressed. I don't care that she's had a couple of games shooting well. She's doing dumb shit. Like, Kelsey Mitchell takes dumb shots every possession. There's going to be games where she gets hot. There's going to be games where Kelsey Mitchell gets hot, and that's not a good thing for the team. It's not a good thing for the team, her playing that style of play. But anyway, yeah. All in all, it's not good. It's not good at all for the Fever. Anyway, I'll see you guys.